So, welcome back to the Tough as Nails podcast. We're here today with Bobby the Awesome. And Bobby runs the 3-21 No Kidding Sober Space.
Yes.
So, first of all, Bobby, tell me what the name means.
Well, first of all, thank you for letting me be here and chat with you. The name is important because 3/21, March 21st of 2017 is the last day that I gambled. And then the No Kiddin' is kind of a play because I'm the only business that I know of that has no gambling, no alcohol, and no kids at the same time.
Okay, so that's your recovery strategy theme for your sober space.
Yeah,
Or at least part of it.
Well, when I quit gambling and then I quit alcohol, there was nowhere for me to go without children. Like if I go into a bar, I'm always sitting next to the screamer. And I don't know why there's 4-year-olds in bars anyway, you know? So my initiative is to create a nice like chill space without that commotion. That commotion's triggering to me.
Okay, and to a lot of other people as well.
Right.
And so when did you start?
I started here in Naugatuck on November 1st, but I've been working on the project since 2019.
Okay, just getting your thoughts together and putting it in play.
Yes, doing the research, and there's still so many things I don't know, like real estate, I think I told you when we met. But yeah, doing the research on marketing. I started my podcast in 2019. I've gone to many entrepreneurial retreats, a lot of recovery events, and just really learning.
Gaining the knowledge to make it work.
Yes.
So what can you do there at your sober space? What type of activities do you have?
Well, you can come in and shop like a regular liquor store and get 0 proof alternatives. Or you can come in and I can grab you something cold out of the fridge and you can visit. I love giving tours because the building's very deceiving. So getting to go to the cool wall that we did at opening. And then we're doing a lot of events and we're partnering with other people in the community. So we're having acting classes in January, a 4-week series. We're doing a sober sip and
Is that like improv or how does it work?
Yeah, improv, and it ramps up. Like the first week's going to be improv based, and the idea is helping adults play, or maybe my brand is not just about recovery. I just happen to be in recovery and it works, but the whole movement isn't just about recovery. And this acting class is kind of the same way. Let's say that, you know, you're having the blues or you're in a funk. You can come to acting class and maybe learn how to process your feelings or get out of that funk or connect with someone you never met before. We've already had a speed friending event, so no pressure dating, but come in, have a non-alc conversation. We want to do speed networking.
So how does that work?
So, you know, like have the members of the chamber and the business owners and the communities, and you get to spend like 2 minutes with them. And you just get the intro and then have some networking time after so that you can spend quality time with who you need to do business with.
And, you know, I've seen a quick look at some of your products here, but they look extremely interesting. So let's go through a few of them.
All right.
So this one, which I guess is your favorite, 3 Spirit. Tell me about 3 Spirit.
So they're a beautiful female-owned company out of the UK, and that is my favorite because of the taste profile and because it makes for a good date night drink. It elevates your mood, and I didn't even know it was happening when it was happening, but I was able to be very present. We kind of drank a whole bottle the day after opening, but not intentionally, just kept tasting so good, and all of a sudden, like the hours are passed, I was like, wow, this is amazing. There's 3 different flavor profiles in this line, and one is to help loosen you up and make you a little more peppy. One is to take some of that anxiety out and make you more social.
Well, it says energized, juicy, fiery.
Yeah.
Livener, right? So it livens you up.
But the fiery too, there's a nice little hint of cayenne pepper. It dances in your mouth. It has like 3 stages. It's the most amazing stuff.
Dances in your mouth.
That's
I like
how
that.
I feel like.
All right, maybe we'll try it after. So tell me about Moments. This is looks like a totally different concept.
Yeah, so this is the one probably most people are seeing on social. they brand themselves as meditation in a can. So if we have people that are taking supplements or researching health benefits of things, inside Moment is ashwagandha, and it kind of helps you relax.
Yeah. What's in all the drugstores? They sell, a lot of people take it. Now you can take it in Moment.
Yes, you can enjoy it.
So
And
what does it taste like? Lychee mint.
that's lychee mint, but they have a smorgasbord. They have cherry hibiscus. I already sold out of a blueberry one, so that one's on order. Different flavor profiles. There's a spicy mango, a blood orange.
All right, so Bobby, tell me about Curious number 8. What does it taste like?
Well, I call these adult palates, Pete. I was always a sweet drinker. And now my tasting is evolving through this and through Curious even more specifically. So it's not going to be that sugary mocktail vibe. It's going to be, you're going to taste the goodness of all the different berries. Part of the fun of watching people do this for the first time is I don't let them read the bottles first and the guesses of all the different essence. So
I could see that, yeah.
it's a more elevated flavor profile.
So what are the ingredients?
Oh, there's elderberry, blackberry, mushrooms, reishi mushrooms,
No one gets
chaga,
that, right?
ginger, lion's mane, acacia, molasses, herbs and spices, coconut sugar. You're talking about
Wow,
really high-end ingredients.
sounds great. All right, so tell me about Athletic. Now, I understand this is a huge seller nationally, and it's a Connecticut company?
It's a Connecticut company. They
So-
started down in Stratford, and they're in Milford now. They outgrew their prior location. Somebody who was in my store actually got to meet the owner and talked about their story of going from 750,000 to 3.5 million in a very short period of time. They're number one in the country for craft beer, and they're not alcoholic. And the beer drinkers love the flavor of it.
Wow. So you can get it in regular bars too?
Yeah, most of the locals that I've talked to already carry it. And if they don't, they can get it.
And they can always come to the 3-21 No Kidding and get it.
Oh, yes.
All right. So let's go to this intriguing bottle of non-alcoholic tequila. So just look at it and tell us about it.
This is, out of everything that I've tasted to mimic, this company has figured it out. This tequila you could drink as a shot. You can drink it in a margarita. A lot of the brands have come up with some amazing solutions to mix drinks, and it complements the other flavors of the other ingredients. But Free Spirits line is standing alone. You can take a sip of that, and you're going to go through the burn of a tequila, the smell. It's just epic is what it is. I've sampled this against another tequila that I carry, and I've not had one person pick the other one.
All right, so this brings to mind something that's running through my head, and I want to ask you about it. The different recovery strategies. For example, AAA, 12-step process, no temptations, and what you're providing is not really a temptation, but it's a pretty cool, innovative way to have fun and avoid alcohol. So, am I right, or how does that work?
You are. So my recovery journey, and this is, I'm going to tell you the lens of my experience, and then how I'm handling it in the store, because the 12-step programs have been around for almost 100 years. And there are rules that have worked for a really long time. You know, no people, places, and things. So, like, I shouldn't walk into a casino and I shouldn't walk into a bar, for example. But what I've learned through my experience was, if I do the work, like if I figure out, like, why was I gambling, why was I drinking, and do my house cleaning, then those things aren't triggering to me because there's nothing to escape from anymore.
But you're still looking for a place to go and have fun and live your life.
Well, In some cases, yes. In some cases, maybe they're not. Maybe they need it. It's very individual. And with that being said, so if you come in my store, I don't know if you're in a program. I don't know your story. So I ask you straight out, are you looking to mimic alcohol or are you looking to not? So if it was somebody who says, if I had the smell or the taste, it might be triggering, then we go to these guys. That's what's cool about this. They
Okay, so you have a product for every situation.
Yes. And I just am I've had some of the local community come in and we've done a sample party and maybe they were able to try 5 of the 6 things, but that 6th thing was like, oh, that reminds me of. And they didn't sample that one. So it's a very personal.
And you've learned these things over time with these various products.
Yes. I'm a rule follower, Pete. So all this regimen about the rules or the traditions, traditions is a better word. It was really important to me to do that because I wanted to be safe and I want our community safe. I don't want to be in here tempting people or doing something that's not healthy for them. So here's the options. You don't have to live with just water and soda anymore. But then also here's the activities. And maybe you make a new friend that you can go on a walk with. Maybe you do an activity where you're getting to be a little bit more mindful or present or do some healing. There's so many options.
Is this more suitable for someone who's, let's just say, been recovered for 4 or 5 years and they're looking to get more out in the world, or could it apply to anyone?
That's probably one of the sweet spots when it comes to people who've gone through traditional 12 steps. Is they're a few years away, they're not white knuckling it, they're not intimidated. Here's the thing, the landscape of the world has changed. You can walk into a gas station and find Fireball at the register, just like me with the lottery or the Super Bowl parties or it's everywhere. So when all of this stuff was devised, you could pump gas without it being a trigger, because in some cases they don't have a choice. So about what they're being exposed to. You could choose to not walk in a bar, but you might not be able to choose to go buy your groceries because there's a lottery machine there or there's a whole aisle of liquor.
So you have a myriad of options for many different strategies, for many different types of people in different stages of recovery.
Yes, and I would invite people to come check out the space because it's not going to give you that bar vibe, right? It's going to give you kind of a coffee shop-esque, come sit down in one of the comfy chairs. If you want to sit where we pour the drinks, that's cool too, but even that doesn't feel like a bar. So like at least be open to it, I guess.
And they should be open and capitalize on your knowledge and try out some different strategies.
Yeah, and have the connection. We've gone through so many changes the last few years, and the connection is what we were missing. Like, we literally had no choice.
All right, so everyone in Naugatuck, 3-21, no kidding. Come on down and meet Bobby, and she'll give you a variety of options.
Yeah, come see me. I'm right next to Terry's Flower on Church Street.
Thanks for
Mayor
coming,
Pete.
Bobby.